testimony. You one time you spoke about a testimony that yeah, you were somewhere and shots were firing and you were close to death.
I oftentimes share that testimony too with people that believe that, oh, I got to go out and I got to party and I got to have fun and everything like that. But I remember it's a party that's known down here in Fort Lauderdale called Igloo, and we were all there, me and my friends. Matter of fact, it was me and my friend that was on the praise team at church. And we skipped church that Sunday. And we said we finna go out and have, I think I act like I was sick or something, and she act like she had a cold. And we went out, Natalie, and we were having fun. But while we were out, we heard gunshots starting to ring. And I'm stuck in the midst of the gunshot. The gunshot flew right past my ears, Nats. And I'm standing there looking like that bullet really just passed me. And everybody's like, Bonnie, get down. At that time, they called me Princess. They're like, Princess, get down, get down, get down. And I'm sitting there like, there's no way that just passed me. There's no way that just passed me. And it wasn't a Sunday night because that's when Igloo took place or whatever. And after that night, Natalie, I think I stopped partying. Because I was just like, that was like intense. Like, I know people go to party, they experience certain things all the time. Things happen at events. But that for me was like a wake up call. I was just like, man, I could have, my mom is expecting me to be at home in the bed sleeping and I'm out partying. So, that was just like a big wake up call for me.
So I wanted you to share that testimony because sometimes, as you said, young people always think, okay, it's better there. Let's do this. Let's do that. God covered you. That's a close call.
I tell people all the time that I've experienced so many things that I do not share. But one thing that when I sit down and I remember, I was sharing it with my brother-in-law and I was telling him, I was like, bro, when I sit down and I noticed for the last 10 years, we talk about the wall of Jericho and everything like that, Natalie, and I sit down and I tell these people, I don't know how much harder I could tell these young people that the devil literally makes everything look like gold. Guys, when I say I got the ring that I wanted, I had the husband that I wanted, I had the job that I wanted, I was climbing up the corporate ladder, I was doing business and business was good. I'm talking making six figures and everything like that, Natalie. But you see, when the devil is done. I know sometimes if you could picture this in your head and see yourself standing on a rug and somebody come and pull the rug from under you. That's exactly how the devil did my life, Nats. He did my life just like that. I lost a job. The husband cheated. I got pregnant by the pastor's son. People started talking about me. I opened up a business. The business failed. All kind of stuff. And I just sat there and I was like, there's no way that all of this happened. And when I rededicated back my life, Natalie, it was just like a whole turnaround. And that's when God gave me the revelation. He said, just like Job, I allowed you to do everything that you would have physically thought was successful. Now let me see if you are going to curse me. Natalie, I did not curse God. I didn't, just like Job, I did not curse God. I went right back to my first love. I came right back to my first love. That's who protected me, because after everything that I've been through, I noticed that the devil had nothing else left to do in my life, Natalie, but to kill me. He stole from me. He destroyed me. Last thing, to kill.
Yeah, you said something so valuable, and I'm enjoying this testimony. The reason being is that what you're saying, man, the young people definitely need to hear this, because you said something. You said the devil will let you have so many things that looks like gold. It's nice. It's feeding your appetite, your ego, your emotion. But when he's finished, it's just like killing you. It took everything.
I tell people all the time, there's not a car on the face of this land that I wanted to drive that I did not drive. There's not jewelry that I wanted that I tell Natalie all the time, I say, sis, I have Louboutins packed up in my closet. I have Louis, I have Chanel, I have everything. And now I'm able to sit down and just look at the things that I once thought were achievement. I believe that I was talking to this young lady too. And I said, look at how the devil did us. Look at where we were. I remember when my mom, used to have Sunday night service. People would travel from Port St. Lucie, Orlando, Miami, way down in the bottom of Miami, just to come and experience the praise and worship team that I was over. And I said, look at how the enemy tricked me out of my
Yes.
blessing. We could have been
Yes.
internationally known, but
Ooh.
because I wanted to fulfill my fleshly desires, I wanted the
Yes.
red bottoms, I wanted the Chanel, I wanted the husband that made me feel as if I was being successful at my age. And the enemy did nothing but
Mm.
trick me. Not saying that the marriage was a curse or anything like that, but he tricked me. He gave me what my flesh desired and not what God ordainedly wanted for me. Sometimes
Yes.
when we're going through stuff, it looks like glitter. But Natalie, this time around, I learned. If I want, Natalie, I remember when you used to testify in church, you'd be like, oh, I prayed for a patty, and God did not just give me a patty. He gave me my golden crust patty. And I used to laugh at you when you used to testify about it. But now, Natalie, as I'm rebuilding my relationship with God, I noticed that God does not give you anything halfway. When I got married, Natalie, God bless my ex-husband, but it was half of what God wanted for me, Nats. When I had the business, Nats, it wasn't that the business was not mine, Nats. It was half of what God wanted for me, Nats. When I got the money, Nats, it wasn't the money. It was half of what God, the enemy tricked me. But just like Job, Nats, I'm coming back and I believe that God is going to give me double for my trouble.
Double for your trouble. This time, the way you're rebuilding, it's a different rebuild. Never take you gone, but the way that you're rebuilding. And I was talking to this, I think, I don't know if I was teaching or something. I was telling someone that what happened is that we get tricked so many times because sometimes God is doing so much in our lives that we don't see because it's not physical, because it's not something that we can hold naturally in our hands, like you just said, to feed with the flesh. What we don't understand that sometimes when God is working on you, you're not seeing it, but He's building capacity. And He's building capacity in order for you to handle what's coming your way, for you to be able to sustain it. So now that God, you've gone through all of that and all of that been taken, God is building capacity. Now, this time around, girl, we don't, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm no longer asking. I'm not asking for patty no more. Say, can give me 5 star. May I ask for the exact patty that I want?
Exactly. He's that kind of God, though. He's that kind of God. He's that kind of God. I'm telling you, he's that kind of God. He's very detailed. He's very detailed. So asking for the exact thing. He's very detailed, but it's true. And you mentioned it's not just half. It was halfway this, halfway that. But the scripture says he's able to do exceedingly and abundantly above anything we ask that we said out of our mouth, but not just what we ask, even what we're thinking. I'm with you, and definitely I'm with you, and I'm waiting exactly to see what God will do in your life. I know He has greatness awaiting you. I know there is something on your life that is powerful, and I definitely believe God to see it in the land of the living as you continue to build your personal relationship with Him.
So if you are looking for me, guys, I am found at Bonnie Amore for personal. If you just guys want to come see what I do, all I do is eat, and my sister gets her food. That's all we do over there. Yes. But if you are looking for business, guys, we are at BAMORCO.com. That is B as in boy, A as in apple, M as in Marco, O as in octopus, R as in rat, C as in cat, O as in octopus. Bonnie Amore Company. My boys, they own their own company. It's called the Snack Laboratory, and we must
Yes.
applaud Afro Carib for helping us launch that business on 2 Saturdays
Yes.
ago. We had so much fun, guys. And if you are looking to book them, they are at the Snack Laboratory on Instagram.
Thank you so much, Bonnie. It was a pleasure having you as always. I enjoy all these testimonies and everything that you have shared. I'm so grateful and thankful for you. Thank you for coming to the PK Fade and Fashion Talk. See you soon.